everybody. Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Jeffrey Jansen. I hope you guys are having a motivated Thursday. I want, first off, to tell each and every one of you that you matter, that you're important. I don't ever want you to think that you're anything less than awesome and great. All right. Well, I think... trying to see what's going on here. Whoops. Guy was out in the middle of the street for some reason. Anyway, I want everybody to know this. You know, as you're going through life today, get your energy levels up. Do something motivated. It's Thursday. It's a great day to accomplish a lot. I got a lot I got to get done today. I can't stay on here too long. I'm actually in a little bit of a hurry, but I wanted to make sure I took a minute to tell you that you matter, that you are important. There's nothing in life that can keep you down as long as you're working hard for it. And guess what? If you're working hard and you're not seeing any accomplishments, find a way to keep working hard, but also maybe change up tactics just a little bit. You're still going to have to work hard no matter what you do, but every once in a while, the greatest thing about who we are and what we do is if things aren't not going the greatest, you can switch things just a little bit. You can make them go in your favor, but sometimes you got to tweak the system, okay? I'll tell you what, when I was in the Marine Corps and we were on the range, okay? Now, I know a lot of people don't like guns and stuff like that, and I apologize, but it's part of who I am. So when we get up there, we got the rifles, and we're with that rifle most of our lives. But however, they were not set right. We had to basically adjust our settings, had to adjust the iron sights. Yeah, we still have iron sights. Man, that shows my age right there. But guess what? It took a while in order to figure it out, and it took a lot of rounds, thousands of rounds downrange, until we could hit dead center. Now, what does that mean? That means it doesn't matter what you do in life, you're going to have to adjust and readjust. You're going to have to adjust for windage. And in life, you're going to have to adjust for people. You're going to have to adjust for business changes. You're going to have to adjust on the factory line, paint line when a product changes. Not every day is going to be perfect. As a truck driver, you know what? Sometimes you're going to have to take a road less traveled because there's construction work going on other roads. But the whole idea is, first off, you've got to adjust your settings. Because in life, that's what we are. We are a tool. We are a machine of greatness. But on the other hand, we must keep adjusting ourselves. Just like on a rifle, just like on anything you do, just like a well-tuned machine, it has to be adjusted. And sometimes we need tune-ups. Sometimes we need to take different paths. But guess what? It's still going to be you every single time. The last thing I want to end with today is just like on the rifle range, you cannot expect to get things overnight. The greatest things in life will come when you work for them the most, but in order to hit perfect, in order to basically get your rounds to go down range at all times, sometimes you got to do what's called muscle memory. That means you have to keep firing in the same position over and over and over again until you get used to it. Because here's the key. When you get up and readjust, or the wind comes or something else, you know, you get back down and you're no longer in that same position, which means you're going to be off. In life, we get that same way. Every morning, we have to readjust. Why? Because we go to sleep, we wake back up, now we got to readjust for the day. Everybody has to readjust for every single day. Anybody that says they don't have to readjust, that everything's perfect, they're not being honest or truthful with you. What they're doing, they're telling you what you want to hear. That's the reason why I tell everybody to be kind, be great to people. Because we don't know what somebody is going through today. We don't know who needs to be told that they matter. We don't know who is great and doesn't see it. We don't know who's going home today thinking that they're the worst person in the world and they're going to go home and kill themselves. Why? Because that is what some people do because they don't want to be a burden on other people. I was telling Father Wheeler yesterday about my buddy. He wasn't military, but he went home and he had all the signs of depression, you know, but he never wanted to reach out to him, but he thought he was a burden. But he went home and he hung himself in his basement, and his son came home to find his dad. I tell you these stories because of realistically, you may not want to hear them, but realistically, these things are going on every single day. I had one of my buddies. Now, I never served, he was a Marine, but I never served with him in the Marine Corps, but I did serve with him in the Marine Corps League. You know, he felt like he was in his 60s, and Vietnam caught up with him to where he basically killed himself. And guess what? We couldn't get to him in time because nobody wanted to reach out. Nobody wanted to read the warning signs. Nobody wanted to see that, hey, maybe something bad's going on with this guy, that he's not feeling right. Maybe a mom or a dad are losing their kids. Maybe money is a problem with everybody. Maybe the coronavirus has people inside to where they're left alone with their thoughts. Maybe PTSD is affecting a bunch of men and women in the military to where maybe you or I can be that difference, be that change, be the change for the better. But no matter what it is, you've got to reach out to people. You've got to readjust yourself. You've got to adjust your sightings. You've got to be able to hit that target. And your target every day is knowing that you matter, and what you say, think, or do makes a difference in other people's lives, even if you do not agree with what somebody says or thinks. You can still be a positive influence. And I'm going to leave it with this. I had one from my friends, and she's great, but she put on there, it hurt years ago, and I never got invited to anything because we picked on her. We were the bullies. Now, I'm friends with her to this day, but it resonated with me. The reason why is because sometimes we forget that sometimes people in our lives are hurting because of things from the past, and nobody ever took the time to apologize and to make things matter, to make people feel like they're great. So today, make people feel like they're great. Do more for people than what you're doing right now. I am Jeffrey Jansen. I think the world of each and every one of you. God bless, and I'll talk to everybody soon. Bye now.